I can't no more. I got the horses in the bag, horse stock is attached. Head is matted black, got the bushes black to match. Riding on a horse, ha, you can whip your Porsche.
An agent needs assistance. Vital signs critical.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Wizop coming at you with another banger. Hope you guys like the last build video I made. Today we're going out with a survivalist AR main build. So hopefully you guys like this one. I call this the Walker Texas Ranger build. If you ain't catch the hint by the intro, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm looking like a straight out cowboy out the westerns right now. You feel me? But yeah. So getting it, you know how the videos go. I'm gonna go into each piece individually, give you the pros and cons, why I did, what you could do to, you know, possibly put your own little twist to it, and then hopefully you guys like the video and enjoy the gameplay later. So let's get into it. So starting off with the AR, we're using a P416 with Ranger, Allegro, and Rooted. With Ranger, every 5 meters you are from the target grants +2 weapon damage. It requires 4 or less electronics. We also have Allegro. You know what Allegro does. Base damage, we're looking at 17.6k. My base damage could be higher, but I'm gonna explain to you guys why it's not as high as it is, right? As it could be. And but yeah, that's the AR. With the mods, we're looking at I stack stability on this AR. And the reason is because the way I play as an AR build, I kind of sit back and I'm just like, I ADS a lot, and the guns already don't have recoil. So stacking in stability just makes sure I hit those shots a whole lot more accurately than I already would have. So we have a Omega 5.56 rifle suppressor +20 stability. We have an angle grip +10 stability. We have the light extended mag for 5.56 +10 rounds. And then we have the optimal range ACOG scope for +20 optimal range. Like I said, this is really meant for long range engagements. I wouldn't recommend trying to fight with it up close. I have won a couple of gunfights with it up close, but it's not ideal. Which is why this is where the sub comes in that I have. With the sub, we're looking at a Vector SBR 9mm, and the reason I chose the Vector, I know a lot of you be like, oh, you're using the Meta Vector and the Meta Vector. Well, listen, the reason I chose this Vector, because one, this is not an SMG build, so the Vector isn't really as strong as you would think it would be, as it would be with a Demolitionist build. So I felt like this is the best sub to use with this build, and this is why I chose it. With the talents, we're looking at Close and Personal, Allegro, and Zen. Close and Personal, killing a target within 7 meters grants +50% weapon damage for 5 seconds. And then you have Allegro. We all know what that does. And then getting into the mods, we have the 5% crit hit chance scope, the 5% crit hit chance laser pointer, the extended 9mm mag +20 rounds, -10 reload speed. And then we have the reflex crit range scope. You can also, if you want to, like, you can put the pro red dot for stability. It just depends on how you play, you know. It's up to you. And then now getting into the pieces, we are running 2-piece True Patriot, 1-piece Fenris, 1-piece Wyvern, 1-piece Murakami, and 1-piece Giga Guard. So getting into the mask, this mask is not the best. I haven't been able to put crit hit chance on it like I want to, so you know it's still a work in progress. But looking at the mask, we have 34% damage to elites and then 4,000 health on kill. I invested in health on kill a lot on this build too, because you know health on kill helps a lot. There's a lot of people, health on kill is very underrated in this game, and it actually helps out a lot. So if you know, keep that in mind. Then on the chest we have Berserk and Hardened. And a lot of you are probably looking at me like, yo, Wiz, I know you saw State of the Game. They're nerfing Berserk. And I have a response to that. I'm gonna switch Berserk for Unbreakable, but I haven't been able to use Unbreakable in a PvP set yet, and I need to find another Fenris chest piece to put Unbreakable on, and I want to try to test it out to see if it's really worth investing into. Because if not, I would probably try to see if I could farm for like a double passive Fenris chest that could get like Harden and Vital on it and stack armor and health. Because I really don't see another chest piece talent in the game worth using on a DPS build other than possibly Unbreakable. So for right now, we're going to use Berserk until, the patch comes out and they change it. And then looking at the attributes, we have plus 5% weapon damage, 382 skill power, and then 8.5 crit hit damage, with, like I said, Vital and Harden, 10% armor. And we know what Berserk does. Getting into the holster, we're looking at 7% crit chance, plus 11,000 health on kill. Now, like I said, all these builds I make are open to interpretation. If you feel like there's something you feel that could make the build better, just let me know. We're all here to help each other out. So, if you feel like there's something that can make the build better or that fits your playstyle, let me know. It might work for me too. You never know. So you could easily invest in the health, but like I said, I kind of invested in health on kill a lot in this build, and that's why I chose health on kill instead of health. And then we have the crit chance. And then getting into the knee pads, we have Gilliard knee pads for plus 5 total armor. The attribute is plus 6,000 bonus armor, and we're using patience. After being in the cover for 3 seconds, armor repairs by 5% every 1 second. As we all know, patience is getting nerfed as well in the new patch. So I would probably roll this for restorative, which is also health on kill. So, just a little extra health, little extra oomph, And with the mods, we're looking at a defensive protocol resilience mod, plus 3,000 health. And then another defensive resistance mod with plus 3,000 armor, bonus armor. With the gloves, we're looking at Murakami Industry gloves with plus 8% health, with plus 2,500 health, and then 5% SMG damage, and with clutch. Now you're probably looking like, oh, Wiz, everybody uses clutch. The only reason I have clutch on this build is because of the SMG. The reason I have SMG damage is because of the SMG. That's why the AR seems like it's not at its full potential, because I have SMG. I wanted to make sure both weapons were viable. There's no point in making a build where only one weapon is viable. So I wanted to balance out the build by making the SMG viable and the AR viable as well. So in the gameplay, you'll see how it works. But so I went with clutch just to, benefit the SMG a whole lot more, because I'm not using strained. So there's that. And then getting into the Wyvern backpack, just to add a little 7% crit hit damage. We went with cooldown reduction, crit hit chance, and skill power. With on the ropes not activated and vital. You won't be able to use, with the way this build is made, you wouldn't be able to use on the ropes or safeguard. So if you could possibly find a Wyvern backpack that came with double passive, like I found one before, but it was in a lower bracket, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to find another one in this tier. But you could probably stack Harden and Vital on it if you're lucky enough to find a double passive backpack. But if not, you just won't have that talent activated. And we're looking at 7 firearms, 8 shield, and 3 electronics. Now, you're probably, with the damage thing, you don't have to invest into electronics in this build. Me personally, I like for my skills to come back a whole lot faster, and I like that cooldown reduction. So the pieces where I do have electronics is kind of surrounded around my cooldown reduction to help me get my skills back a whole lot faster. So but you don't have to invest into that. So you can do a lot more damage with this build, but the way I play, I prefer to have a little bit more electronics, and I won't be hitting as hard as I possibly could, just so I can get my skills back a little bit faster. So getting into the stats, we are looking at, I got stick drift, so excuse me if my controller gets a little bunky. But getting into the stats, my AR is doing 17,000 weapon damage, only 12.5% crit hit chance, 40% critical hit damage. 55% headshot damage with a range of 29. The accuracy is 30%, stability is 30%. 0 weapon handling. 6% all weapon damage bonus. There is a 28% AR damage bonus, and then the SMG damage bonus is 5% with a 10% armor damage bonus, which comes from the 2-piece True Patriot. And then we have 231,000 armor, excuse me, with 46,000 max health, 16,000 health on kill, and then 23,000 health on regeneration. A skill down reduction is 5%. Now, it's not going to be a crazy skill down reduction because I'm a DPS man. I'm a DPS build. I'm not a skill build, but it still helps with the, for your skills to come back pretty fast. And then with the SMG, we're looking at 37% crit hit chance, 40% crit hit damage, 50 headshot damage, and 15 range. And that's the build. So like I said, this build can definitely be better than what it is. I just invested in it differently than some people might. So like I said, all builds that I make are open to interpretation. So if you feel there's a way that can make it better, by all means, try to implement that in some kind of way. And I hope you guys enjoyed the build, and hopefully you enjoyed the gameplay that comes with it. And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Some call me Grayson and some call me Hitman. Bitch, some call me Hitman. Bitch, some call me Hitman. Some call me Grayson and some call me Hitman. Bitch, but some call me Hitman. How you gon' roll